Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you today and thank you for being with us. Before we move ahead with today's news conference and announcement, I'd like to pause to acknowledge the tremendous concern that touches every action we take. We recognize the devastating losses that have been suffered in the firehouses we staff, in every neighborhood across the country, and which impact virtually every country across the globe. In the fire service, we often turn our thoughts and intercession of St. Florian, the patron of firefighters, as medical research continues to seek effective treatments for those afflicted, for healthcare workers and first responders who care for the ill, and scientists who are working around the clock to develop a vaccine that will protect each of us and will lead to an end of the public crisis we collectively confront each day. Thank you. Joining us this morning, we also have our state Secretary Treasurer, Jim McGowan. Our statements today are going to focus on the New York Senate. Under the bylaws of our NYSPFFA, candidates for state legislative may seek our endorsement, our support and endorsement by participating in a series of interviews during which their qualifications and experience, as well as knowledge and commitment to our priorities, are evaluated. In circumstances such as the 46th State Senate District, each IAFF Local is asked to make a selection, and following a period of consideration, our members in Kingston and Amsterdam came to recognize and agree to support the same candidate. The district is unique in that it covers a huge amount of territory, starting in the heart of the Hudson Valley and Ulster Country, and encompassing Greene and Albany counties, and then moving west through Schenectady and Montgomery counties. According to my calculation, that is about 109 miles from end to end. As I said, we have two locals represented in this district, and representatives of each is with us today. Representing IAFF Local 2825, the Amsterdam Professional Firefighters, we have President Michael Demars, and representing IAFF Local 461, Kingston Professional Firefighters, President Bryan Cafaldo. Bryan Cafaldo is a 16-year veteran of the Kingston Fire Department. He serves as a captain leading an engine company in Kingston's historic roundout section. He will speak on behalf of our local membership. Bryan?
On behalf of my local's membership and those of my union brothers and sisters across the state, the choice for us in the 46th Senate District was clear. Michelle Hinchey understands membership, and those of my understands that when the alarm rings, our top priorities are the residents of the communities we serve, such as Kingston and Amsterdam, and the well-being of those responding to the call. She knows our members and our families, and is prepared to be our advocate and voice in the New York State Senate.
Thank you, Bryan. I would also like to acknowledge another leader from the city that houses our state association, IAFF Local 2007, Albany Union Vice President Ed Verhoff. Thank you for being here with us today. And he also brings from our executive board, Kevin McGarry. Thank you for being here. Our next speaker has represented Albany County in the state Senate since 1997. I've had the pleasure of knowing him since I returned from Albany and started my firefighting career after serving our country in the United States Air Force. Well, he's been a long-time personal friend. He's also been a friend of our entire membership, and working with our brothers and sisters in organized labor year after year, he has stood up for us, while others might have chosen to sit out the fight. When he rises to speak on the floor of the Senate or during policy debate, among his colleagues, the room grows silent because he has something to say. I know he has something to say today as well, because among his roles in the Senate is to share his experience with candidates and mentor newly elected members of his conference. I asked Senator Neil Breslin to offer his thoughts on our candidate. Senator?
Thank you very much, Sam. And to all my brothers and sisters in unions across this state, I say this is a very happy day. Although it may be raining here in Albany, I look forward to a very bright day on November 3rd when we elect Michelle Hinchey as the senator for an area that goes from Kingston to Amsterdam, from the Mohawk Valley to the Catskills. And after that beginning, I will also say to you that in my 24 years in the New York State Senate, I have never seen a candidate so well qualified to assume the responsibilities of representing those people from Amsterdam to Kingston. She's bright, she's honest, she's thorough, and most importantly, she is doing it for the right reasons, to protect the interests of every person, Republican, Democrat, Independent, from Kingston to Amsterdam. I can't wait to work with her on a day in, day out basis as the next senator from the Kingston, Amsterdam area. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator. I have the distinct pleasure of making our final introduction this morning. This event has been under discussion for quite some time. In fact, some of the discussions were held at the popular Friday morning monthly labor breakfast. The last meeting at that labor breakfast was held many months ago due to the coronavirus that unfortunately has put a pause to that event as many others. She must have made a tremendous impression at our meetings, because while the endorsement by the New York State Professional Firefighters Association may be the news of today, and as we approach Labor Day, she has received the support of the Uniformed Firefighters Association, New York City, CSCA, CWA, New York State AFL-CIO, Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners of America, New York State United Teachers, and the Capital Region Building and Construction Trades Council. During the last 6 months, she has been a tireless campaigner, and she has been in constant contact with me and my team, and with our IAFF locals. Her background in labor relations, combined with her passion for environmental protection, are both a tribute to her father and to her deeply held core beliefs. The COVID crisis, while daunting, has not slowed her down. She has found ways to contribute in meaningful ways across the district in its biggest cities and smallest towns. It is my sincere belief that her future will be very, very bright. It is my pleasure at this time to introduce all of you to the next senator from New York's 46th Senate District, Michelle Hinchey.
Hi everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today as the rain picks up a little bit here. First, Senator Breslin, thank you so much for those kind words. Your support and your friendship means the world to me, and I cannot wait to advocate on behalf of our friends in labor, but especially the professional firefighters in the Senate next year by your side. Together, I think we can get some pretty good things done. Bryan, Cafaldo, and Mike Demars, it means so much to have you both here today. Know that you always have my ear, and I stand with you in partnership for the two locals in the 46th District. And Sam Fresina, I knew it was the start of something great when you first came to Kingston at one of our very first events all that time last year. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you, learning from you, and now working with you. as we head into the next chapter. Thank you for your trust in me, and I promise I won't let you down. I want to quickly start by just how humbled and proud I am to have the support of the New York State Professional Firefighters Association. To have your support in normal times would be an honor, but to have it now in the midst of this crisis is truly something special. COVID-19 has impacted all of our communities, but it has hit our first responders the hardest. The professional firefighters in Kingston, Amsterdam, here in Albany, and across New York State represent some of the best of us. The brave, hardworking men and women of your force have, time and again, shown themselves to be the real-time heroes. Standing on the front lines during the pandemic, protecting our community without access to proper PPE, and putting the safety and the lives of others before your own is something you can't teach. It's innate within you. If you feel called to this job, it's because you care. You care about your neighbors, you care about your community, and you care to make a difference. I feel a similar call to service, one to advocate on behalf of those who really represent us, the everyday heroes among us who haven't gotten a fair shake or feel forgotten in our upstate communities, the ones who need a voice in the room to move their cause forward. And to do that, I believe we need more upstate voices in our Democratic conference to ensure that we have a seat at the table to fight for the interests of the people living in the 46th District. In Albany, I promise to support the working families who keep our economy going, to join with labor in any battle because we are stronger when we fight together, and to always stand in solidarity with our firefighters, to make sure you have the resources you need to save lives, to protect each other, and to get home to your families safely at the end of a shift. I promise to be your ally, like Senator Breslin, and to always do whatever I can to make your jobs and your lives a little bit easier. Having the firefighters join our team of first responder labor endorsements proves to me that we're doing something right. These are the people I pledge to listen to stand with and to fight for, as we build back from the effects of this crisis. And if this crisis has shown us anything, it's that it's working people who keep our communities going. This endorsement from the New York State Professional Firefighters Association is truly a high point in our campaign. The respect I have for you cannot be topped, and I'm sincerely humbled to be standing here with you today. And I promise this to all of your members. I will not just show up come election time in 2 years. If I am fortunate enough to serve you, I will be there to listen to both the issues you face and the ideas you have to move the fire services forward in our region and across the state. Thank you for your support in our race, for your faith in me, and for the ever important work you do every day. We could not do this without you. Thank you so much, and I look forward to working with you in Albany.
Okay, so that wraps up our program. Again, thank everyone for coming, and we hope to see you all on Election Day. Thank you.